Since the age of 5, swear been a star that's past eyes. I couldn't wait till the whole world recognized. But first I had to pay some dues. The journey I took, y'all couldn't walk in my shoes. A young buck, wild and tough from Tallahassee, straight from South City in my pursuit to be happy. Came up out the hood with my hair all nappy, cut it all off, plus some name after my pappy. The streets tried to trap me, but I had to escape. For my destiny awaits for me to be great, and I knew it. So the square had to show improvement. When I do it, flow was stupid. Now you loving me like Cupid, and I know that you wasn't ready for this. I'm so on point with my targets, I'm sure I won't miss. It's the past, present, and the future. C-Square, the household name, something to get used to. I'm here, I'm here. C-Square, you should be happy.
Hello, and welcome to the feature with CJ3. I am your host with the most, CJ3, Cliff Jackson III. I am he. And man, whether y'all tuning into this thing live or you tuning into the replay, you don't want to miss my show tonight because I have a Tallahassee legend on my show tonight, and I can't wait to get this brother on the show. Trust me, man, you can't wait to get this voice and hear this gentleman, my man Joe Bullard, the one and only legendary voice of Tallahassee, Florida's 96.1, and the legendary voice of the Florida A&M Marching 100. It's a late night, 9 p.m., and I got Joe Bullard up. I know this brother's ready to be talked and heard, so we're going to get right into it. I'm finna call Joe Bullard in the next couple of minutes, y'all, right now. But before I get into it, you know what I gotta do. I gotta say hello to all my features out there. What's going on? What's happening? I hope everybody's had a great week, man. We're here. It's Friday, August the 6th, man, and I'm so happy that y'all are ready and here with me, man. Thank y'all for all those tuning in to the very first time, man. I thank y'all for tuning in. If y'all tuning in by Facebook, Twitch, or YouTube, man, I appreciate y'all coming in, checking this thing out. Gotta get into it, man. Talking to the legendary brother himself, my guy, Joe Bullard. About to get him on the phone right now so we can get this conversation popping. Y'all know how to find me and check me out on all your major platforms and everything. You know how we do this, man. On Facebook, the feature with CJ3. On Instagram, the feature with CJ3. Twitter, Twitch, and at the Freedom Train Radio Network. What's happening? You already know. Find me at the feature with CJ3. And also go check out all my other podcast members on the Freedom Train Radio Network. So we about to get into it. Let me go ahead and call this brother right now because this is normally not his time of the day in the evenings. So he's normally on in the mornings. So we're going to get Joe Bullard on right now.
Mr. Jackson.
Mr. Bullard.
What's up?
You got it, sir. How you doing, sir?
No complaints. This is in the nighttime. I'm letting everybody know I thought this was going to be in the morning. So let's start it off right.
Yes. He thought it was at 9 a.m. and
no, you said it was at 9.
I did not. I know I said at 9 p.m., but it's all good. We're here, and I'm glad I got you up.
Just showing it.
Sir, first off, man, thank you so much for doing this for me, man. I don't know how often people get to interview you, but I just thank you for just taking the time and liberty, man, to come on my show and just allow me to just give you some love, show you some love, feature you, man, give you flowers, and just pay you all the homage that you deserve, man, because not only am I just friends and just know each other, man, I've always been a huge fan of yours, man, and it's an honor to have you on my show, sir.
Okay, man, thank you, and I love you back.
All day long, man. So let's just get into it, this conversation, you and I, and all my featured fans, all my folks who are fans of yours as well that's listening. I start this question off with everybody I interview. Tell us where you're from.
Originally Jacksonville, Florida.
Duval in the house. Stand up.
That's it. Jacksonville all the time.
Oh, man, that's amazing, man. So what was the family makeup like in Jacksonville?
Beautiful of us. It was 6 of us.
Mm-hmm.
Jacksonville, and since then, I recently had death in my family. My sister passed last Monday.
My condolences, sir. My condolences.
Homegoing this coming weekend in Orlando.
Yes, sir.
She was an educator there.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 4 sisters that are now with my mama and my wife. So the family is dealing with that. But Jacksonville was home. Born born there before you were born, of course. CJ3 was that year.
Yes, sir.
And from Jacksonville to Orlando, 69, was there, finished school at Jones High School, and left there, came to Tallahassee in 72 for FAMU, and never left.
Wow.
72, 75 became the voice of the Marching 100. Got married in 77. The rest is history, but the first black radio station came on here in Tallahassee in 74, and I was the voice there.
Wow.
Then became the voice of the 100 the next year in 75.
Man, that's crazy, man. That's everything, right? I'm talking about the whole layout. And a lot of people don't know about this, man, because this is stuff like, even for me, I'm over here. I never knew you was from Jacksonville. So when I discovered that, I was like, oh, man, that's crazy right there.
Right. Now you want to Jenkins barbecue.
And I just had some Jenkins just this past week. I just left Jacksonville this past weekend.
Well, I got some sauce in the box.
Oh, that's my guy.
That's the way to go.
Absolutely. You can't go past downtown without stopping by Jenkins, and that's the truth. That is the truth. So you say your high school experience, you was at Jones High School in Orlando.
I was Jones High School. The band itself at Jones, but working at Jones, I was able to get a part-time job at the radio stations. It was a TLN that was in a pocket. Back then, they had their eyes set on Hank Aaron hitting that home run or breaking the record at least.
Right.
But nobody really wanted to just work the board and listen to a baseball game, but I did because that was my job after I got out of school.
Right.
So we would do music until the Braves started playing, and then you put the baseball game on. So from there to WOKB, which was the station back then, and my radio name was The Matador, thanks to Willie Martin out of Jacksonville. But long story short, to be at Jones High School and hearing people talk about the dude on the radio, but they didn't know it was me. So the rest is history with that. From there to Tallahassee, WTAL here, was working 12 midnight to 6 and had an 8 o'clock class. So imagine.
Wow.
Told me, she said, you won't have a good career because you're going to be asleep on your job. So back then, in Miss J3, we think back to the English teachers back then. Mm-hmm. But working two stations here, TAL for one, and then was able to go to WANM and help put that on the air. And thank God for James Ford, who was the first black mayor of Tallahassee and was the general manager of the station.
Wow.
So that made it even more better. And from there, WANM remained number one for the 14 years that I was there, and I left from 74 to 88. I worked at WANM.
Right.
In 88, I became promotional manager for Florida for Columbia Records. That's when it all started. And Sony, when I had to move to Miami, back and forth there, and Sony bought us in 1990. I was able to come back to Tallahassee because Sony didn't believe in you driving, so anything over 2.5 hours, they wanted you to fly. So Delta loved me. The Hyatt adored me. So that was back then. But then when Sony bought us, I got a promotion, became promotional manager for Alabama. So Florida and Alabama was my coverage of all the radio stations. And Tallahassee really sits in the middle. The only place I could drive to was Jacksonville.
Right.
That's 2.5 hours to some people, and some get there quicker.
Right.
But and that job lasted from 88. I worked at Columbia Sony Sony Columbia. Once they bought it, we switched the names around. Mm-hmm. But, up until 2003 or 4, I have to check back on that. But I was off the radio for 10 years. Missed the 100 only 1 year. think people remember that.
Oh man, listen.
Do you remember that?
Man, dude, listen. How can you not? It was like having a year without a Santa Claus. Oh, for real, boy. Everybody remember that year, man. I'm talking about it. It's so amazing to even know, like, it's like a drought in the city. You felt it that year. You really felt it that year, man. Like, a lot of people, for those who don't know, I'm talking to the voice of Tallahassee, let alone the voice of the world-renowned, infamous, incomparable March of 100, Joe Bullard, man. Just so excited to have this brother on here, man. Like, for people who don't know, like, your imprint with the music industry is like quiet as kept, because a lot of folks don't know like you was really involved heavily with the Columbia record company and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like,
it was. A lot of people, I look at Alicia Keys now, and I remember when we had the workshop. Imagine the workshop with Alicia Keys, Kenny Lattimore, and Luke Bow Wow. You think of him coming along out of that.
Right.
There again, I remember the big job was when Maxwell came along. So we go Maxwell, Kenny Lattimore, and Maxwell came out first. Kenny followed him.
Wow.
You look at Destiny's Child, of course, Beyonce. You look at Jagged Edge. You look at Wycliffe.
Wow.
Fugees, really. So
right.
All of those, because Face of Columbia had the hits and happened to be promotional manager girls. Who didn't want to go to Miami?
Right.
That was our spot to be in Face. When it was cold in New York, everybody came where?
Miami, right.
So I was blessed to be able to cover that, and we also worked with his name was Richie Tarrito. He worked for Epic, so Epic and Columbia, we worked together for the state of Florida.
Wow, wow. Now, do you still kind of dabble with the music industry a little bit, with dealing with any record labels and conversing with anybody, getting people signed and anything like that?
Oh, no. We, being with Cumulus Broadcasting, which is my job,
right.
they have a format captain, and the format captain, his name is Kenny Smooth, he's out of Nashville. Record companies talk with him. My relationships with people that are still working in the companies, I still work with them, but when it comes to music that's going on radio, you have to go through the format captain for that.
Gotcha.
I think people never was interested in doing any of that, but they still got friends that are talking, and some are in the business, but when I left, it was CDs. Right. I was
MP3s. so figure that much, you know?
Yeah.
Wow, man. So altogether, how long have you been doing radio total?
If you want to total it, we can say officially 1969. I give you, well, before 69, we'll say 68. Wow. And his name was Johnny Shaw. The radio station was WOBS, Jacksonville. And I was going to Eugene J. Butler, but all they talked about on the radio was William Raines. I would call, and I called the station one Saturday. And I said, why are you going to talk about my school, Butler? He said, can you read? I said, yes. He said, well, you read the sports, get the sports section. You read what happened, because Butler had beat Gilbert. We had beat somebody, but I was reading out of the paper. He said, now, when you finish reading that, I got the song I'm going to play, and I just want you to say I heard it through the grapevine. So we got ready to go on the radio, and we started talking. I read the little part out of the paper. He's saying, where did you get this information from? I said, out of the newspaper. Right. He said, but I told you, I said, that's right. You told me to say I heard it through the grapevine, and he had the record, which was Gladys Knight's, heard it through the grapevine. So from there, I became like a little sports reporter for the station. Wow. Going with Johnny Shaw for all of the different remotes, I would do that. Wow. And that was it. And the also the station was WRHC in Jacksonville. The man name was Ken Knight. Ken Knight was known to go to sleep when he played the records. And he would play, the 45s would be in 33. And a good record to remember him would be Aretha Franklin's Baby, Baby, Sweet Baby. So if you heard that song and know that if that record is played in 33, how Aretha sounds. So we'll leave that part there. going to Orlando, they had a contest on WOKB of why you like to be on their radio station, and then 25 words or less. And I wrote in that mine was to play better music, and they was mad at me. But they were behind what we had in Jacksonville.
Right.
And back then, you brought your own records, so I had my hits with me. So
wow,
it was responsible for bringing your own music to the radio station.
Wow, BYOM, bring your own.
Yeah, you trying to say bring your own bottle? Remember, I was growing up, watching these things.
Man, that's impressive. I see this all the inside school. People don't know this stuff, man. This is good stuff tonight. Man, I would have never known that you had to bring your own records and spin your own music. Like you made your own, you made hits for other people.
That is, and not to mention if back then they were doing a lot of record hops and they would borrow your records. So imagine if you worked in the morning and that person had a gig that night, you would have to wait till they bring those records back.
Exactly. Wow.
That was radio.
Wow, that's real.
But a prime example through the years as I got older, before working for Columbia Records, and I was able to meet Frankie Crocker. Frankie Crocker was he was afraid of a record scratching, so every day they brought him new records at WBLS New York. Wow. So that was amazing back then to actually see that, and then to see him not queuing up a record because he had an engineer and all of that. He just sat in the room and talked on a mic. So myself, Mark Little, and James T., we were amazed because, you coming from Florida where you did it all. And your bigger stations, they had people with different jobs.
Wow.
So imagine that.
Wow, man. That's getting schooled tonight, ladies and gentlemen, by the legendary Joe Bullard. For all those who watch it, all my features. Now, I know a lot of people are definitely wanting to know this. Beyond the fact of you being the voice for the 100, it's how you're the voice for the 100. Like, don't get it twisted. The Marching 100, they definitely have put the blueprint of musicianship since the existence of time. But your stamp with your voice and when they're performing gives it a whole different dynamic. It's like they are ready to show, but when your voice is on there and you're doing your narrations and your quotes and stuff like that on the timely basis that you do it, like it's by far like an epic performance. It just enhances their performance. I've always wanted to know, how do you come up with the sayings and the timing of your quotes when the 100 be performing? Like, how do you do that? Like, what do you do?
It's called practice. You go out and practice with the band. Well, practice by watching them. Mm-hmm. At the same time, know that you cannot out-talk the 100.
Right.
And we date back to when my roommate was a drum major, and I would go to practice with him before even getting the job. And Dr. Foster would be out there to time the show. Mm-hmm. And you're probably, a lot of people understand you're just enjoying the show, but the band may not have but 10 minutes.
Right.
Or may not have but 6 or 7 if it's two bands, because the average halftime is about 30 minutes. And you're only going to give the bands, 20
apiece at least.
Like that. So, and a lot of people get mad when it's homecoming and it's just one band, but just think about it. You don't want your 100 to be shortchanged, and you waited all year to come back to see your band, and you didn't want to see another band. So you go with that. But it's about timing, rehearsal, and practice. You look at that, and then the students now are from everywhere, and I give credit to all of the directors, from Dr. Foster to Dr. White to Dr. Young, and now Dr. Chipman.
Yes, sir.
Letting the students are able to give their consent of what they want to play. A lot of people say, well, we played that. We can't play that because the other band is playing that. But there's a difference. The 100 is the quality sound.
Exactly.
Everybody can play the song, but they can't be the 100.
Right. That's the truth right there. Now, that is the truth right there. Man, that is amazing. So you.
But as for the saying, it's about what they they just mess up. You come out if you're trying to imitate us, and don't be on before us and try to be us. And that's been the problem through the years.
Always. Every year.
You can't. Remember now, when the original was around, the carbon copy has to sit down.
Right.
Don't try it. Don't try it.
Oh, man, boy. Hey, talking to the voice of the Market 100 tonight, Joe Bullard, boy. If y'all can watch the show, I know y'all are getting some stuff. Hey, I have personally, I don't know if I ever told you this, but I have personally, like, added one of your quotes to, like, what I do in my musical thing. I produce music, I write music, and anything I kind of put together, I always put the right touch on it. That's my name. I go by the name Right Touch. But my slogan is the mark of excellence. There's only one.
Oh, okay. That'll work.
That'll work, my man. And that came from the Joe Bullard, baby. I was trying to tell you that will work. Let me ask you this: what did it feel like? Because you got inducted to the Hall of Fame, right? With FAMU?
Yes, years ago.
Yes. How did that feel to know that you were being inducted into the FAMU Hall of Fame?
It's a good feeling knowing that going in as the announcer as well as being a strong supporter of FAMU
Right.
goes a long way, and it's proven. I think back when I was off that year and then coming back introducing the band, and when I first started, even with the ladies and gentlemen that started off, people turned around to look at the press box. So that was kind of different. And then they'll say, well, he's back. And
right.
Doing the high fives and stuff like that. So you think of that, the people that you meet, face it, there's no strangers anymore. If you've been to FAM, you're going to know.
Right.
You're going to see that orange and green regardless where you go. And then you look at it as a football game. People get upset if you lose, but think about it. It's a reunion.
Right.
Wherever you go, you're seeing people that you know went to school with, and now as you become of age, you'll see students that are part of FAMU, period.
Right.
They came to the games when their parents were in school,
right.
or their sisters and their brothers, so they grew up knowing the movements of Tallahassee, period.
Right.
A lot of people still talk about the game being the parade being in Frenchtown.
Oh yeah, that's when there was the parade.
Yes, they want that. But hey, the Rising is coming, the Frenchtown Rising, and if you haven't heard, you'll hear it first on your show. You got SWB coming, you got JT Money, you've got Adina Howard, you've got Sunshine Anderson, you've got, for homecoming that Friday is Anthony Hamilton. They're all signed, sealed, delivered, and partly paid.
And gonna be at the Frenchtown
Rising, which will be in Frenchtown, big stage, Pittman sound, so the sound will be real, and the stage will be real. So Frenchtown will, every Friday before the home game, and Larice Thomas, she's putting that together along with Kenny Barber and Charlie, that whole committee for the Frenchtown Rising.
Man.
So go to my page. I'm sure I posted it today, but I'll send it over to you so you'll have it. But each Friday before a home game, it's a party in Frenchtown.
I'm there. Man, if I can incorporate where I just come out and just be out there, man, I'm there, Doc.
Well, it's one word. Everything is free.
Everything's free. Boy, listen, we there. You already know it.
The first game, I do know the first show, the first home game, that Friday before, the first game will be Sunshine Anderson, JT Money, and Adina Howard. That's the first.
Man, that's awesome, man. Listen, y'all don't get no information like this but on my show. It just happens that way. Things just organically happen like that, man. That's what's up. Frenchtown Rising, big ups to Mr. Barber, and that's what's up with that, man. You handling that too, because you do a lot of MCing on a lot of platforms, Doc. Trust me, I know for sure. You've been on a couple of them with me. So,
right, yeah.
So let me ask you this about your show, man. Your show, every day, the times that it come on and the moments that it come on, You give by far one of the greatest introductions and one of the greatest closes on your show. So personal to you, but yet so impactful for us, the listeners. Like you really cater to everybody's day with the music as well as with your own personal attachment because you connect with everybody and everybody connects to you. So I always want to know, how do you find the music and what's the foundation for your show every single day?
Finding a prayer first and then a song that'll fit the prayer. And doing that. And I'm thankful to the mere fact of having a sponsor, DentalWorks of Quincy, have been that now 2 years in a row. Dr. Howard, and before Dr. Howard, it was Dr. Pope, and they kept that going. So the prayer and the music to start the day, for one, is making the difference with that. And today was a special day because the ratings returned back, and it's no secret. Again, we're number one. And Ricky Smiley in the morning and Black Tony have made the difference. We went from an 8 to a 13.
Wow.
So we're there and totally there. New promo is already in the works. Not in the works, it's in the air. So out of all the stations in the world, if they dream about beating 96, they better wake up and apologize. Because it's not going to happen.
It's not just going to happen. That one, man, with the two words on the show.
Thank you very much.
Hey, man, y'all
also, the fact that I'm letting the listeners also call in with our 4 request lines. You'll hear me say the first four callers, they're going to get that. And
right.
They also help me because they'll ask you for a song that you didn't think the program for that particular day. Today was an interesting one because the dude wanted some Bootsy Collins. And I hadn't heard a request for Bootsy, and I can remember. And even wanted to tear the roof off. So it's Friday, and you're getting a different. I know people listen to the radio every day, and with world renowned, and people are either texting or calling. But when you get those kind of requests, people are into their groove and their kind of music. But Friday, they know that I'm gonna break all the rules. It's the weekend.
Right.
But the fact that you can call a radio station and can get your request, that makes it special.
That makes it real.
Sometimes a song can take you back to when life was better for you.
Right.
Or you remember exactly where you were at the time when that record first came out.
Yes, sir. Yes, indeed. Because you put a lot of people in a lot of places due to a song that you just played. And I'm talking about you take them there. And they don't want to come back.
Okay.
They don't want to come back. I mean, ever since I posted you being on my show, like people just been opening up and pouring their hearts out, just letting you know how much they appreciate you, man. As far as
and I want to thank them for that. Thank you for trusting me for one, listening to me through all the years. And some people say they're waiting for me to get old.
I'll say that. Yeah, we gonna keep waiting on that one.
No problem, man. Hey. You all make me young. You make me young.
Man, that's what it is, man. Talking to the legendary, man, Joe Bullard. Mr. Bullard, is there anything you want to just say, any inspiring words to the next DJ or the next voice to come out for the 100 or whatever, that person that's out there listening? Do you have any inspiration for those individuals?
Oh, I'm sorry. My grandson went off with his mom. He's not here. You did say the next voice.
Oh, he's definitely listening. That gentleman, that cat is you 24/7, up and down.
No, one day it will come. There have been some voices that have set in for me. Hit the World Famous in Miami, and of course Slater Thorpe, that's in Atlanta. Those voices, you've heard them perform with the 100. And also Dr. Nicholas Thomas, he's also did some voices for the 100 too. So we're not lacking announcers for the band, but for future band announcers, for future radio announcers, radio personalities, you just got to remain true and be approachable and touchable. You got some people that are dealing strictly with research, saying research say play this, but you haven't taken the time to even go to a club or just listen to what people are listening to, if you just come in there with your research thinking that's going to take you there, you're going to have a problem. I'm happy the fact that I have a consultant, but I am me. And as long as I can be me, I'm going to be on the radio. If not, I'll just be turning it on.
That's my dude. Man, we get the timeless stuff over here on this quote, man. Please let the people know how they can get in touch with you, reach out to you, connect with you on social media, all that good stuff.
Joe Bullard on Facebook, it's there. The Almighty Joe Bullard is also there. Radio station is 96.1 every day, Monday through Friday, 10 until 3. You can pick it up online at 961jamz.com. Feel free to call the station anytime at 850-201-5269. Again, I'm there 10 until 3, Monday through Friday, occasionally on Saturdays with remote or doing something in the community. But our station is 24/7, 365, always with the song.
Man, how you knew you was gonna make money off your voice, man? Cause that thing, I'm telling you, I told you earlier we gotta go get a voice box or auto tune type of deal where your voice, as soon as everybody hear your voice, like everything just ceases or everything gets better.
Well, thank you. Well, you have to get your people to get with my people.
We gotta make that happen. We gotta make that happen.
We have to make that happen.
But before I let you go, Mr. Bullard, I got to do it for you.
Frankie, Beverly, go say it again. What you say?
And before I let you go, it's my Would You Rather segment. I got to ask you these questions. Would you rather be the voice of the 100 or the voice of Tallahassee?
That's not a question. The 100 is Tallahassee.
There it is.
Next.
Would you rather be known for your voice or be known for your famous quotes?
That's not a question either. Oh, that's one. Next.
All right, let me ask this. Would you rather add opera to your radio show or add rock and roll to your radio show?
That's not a question. Rock and roll like who?
I don't know. It could be anybody. It could be Nirvana or heavy metal or something like that.
Opera. Who's singing opera?
Who else? You throw on some Marian Anderson or some Andre Andretti.
It's like this. Music is the key of life. Thanks to Stevie Wonder.
Yes, indeed.
There's somebody for every song. And there again, that's the secret of being number one, when you are doing something for everyone. So I never say no to music, because somebody is going to love it.
Man, I appreciate it, man. I love it. Can I get the closeout? Can I get the closeout for show today?
I can. By now you know that I love you. Not because of who you are, but because of who I am whenever I'm with you. Tough times don't last, but tough people do. And God never meant for us to face the tough times alone. That's why He gave us each other. Take it from me. Worry about nothing. Pray about anything. You got to thank God for everything.
My man, 2 words of radio, you know.
Sam.
Joe Bullard.
You got it, man. Thank you for the opportunity, and continue to keep doing what you're doing. I'm seeing you in the community. I'm seeing you interviewing people. I'm seeing you be a part of whatever's going on, and that's going to take you a long way. So keep being you. Don't change.
I won't, man. I appreciate it, man. I love you, my brother.
I love you back.
Appreciate you, man. Joe Bullard. Listen, man. Oh, boy. If y'all ain't getting this tonight, man, listen. My shows be epic, dog. But this one here was fucking epic, dog. My brother, listen. Man, this is some good shit tonight. I hope all y'all old 100 members paid attention to what took place just now because that was y'all's boy. He called me back. Yes, sir.
We all right?
Man, we great, man.
Okay.
We great.
Now, how did that work? They was texting in or what?
Oh no, man! All that was we still live right now. They still watching us right now.
Okay. All right. Now that came in, I'm going to ask him that question. Continue doing what you're doing. By the way, he wants to know if you're going to be the next voice of the Mossy 100. You know? He said he'll be a snare drum.
Hey, there it is. Hey, I'm sure Dr. Shayla James is waiting on him.
He will. Hey, man, have a good one. Just making sure we're clear.
Hey, absolutely, sir. We're good. I appreciate you, sir.
All righty.
All right, Pop. Talking to my man, Joe Bullock, man. That's the kind of love we got in this community, man. It's real out here. I don't make this thing up, dog. It is what it is, man. It's just love everywhere, man. My peoples, they come for me. They look out for me, man. This is what it is, man. Y'all want to be on my show, y'all know how to hit me up, man. Holla at you. I'm on this thing every night, man. Monday through Friday. I used to be on Monday through Fridays. Just Fridays. Just strictly Fridays. Strictly Fridays. Hold it down for all y'all right here on this show, man. On YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and on the Freedom Train Radio Network. We right here 24/7, man. Y'all in tune to your boy CJ3 with the feature. Please go tune in to all my shows on my page, my personal page, also on my other page, Facebook page. Go check out all these stories, man, because it's a nugget of knowledge in each conversation with these people, man. I'm telling you. Everybody who I get a chance to converse with, man, they dropping nuggets for y'all. I'm just having the conversation, just being in the best position possible to be able to deliver this stuff to y'all tonight, man. It's been awesome. I done got the voice has been on my show tonight. I'm good tonight, bro. We good. Y'all paying attention to my music? It's my boy, it's me. Producing the track, right touch, you already know how it is. I got a couple of things I'm gonna get out tonight. But I gotta give you my CJ3's true story. Alright, so Joe Bullock, man, this guy's a classic, bro. So I've always known about him since I was a kid. And I've had the privilege of knowing his daughter, Janelle. So Janelle, I didn't know that Janelle's dad was like Joe Bullock, first off. I didn't even know that. So when I got the opportunity to kind of like really befriend Janelle a little bit, like my homegirl, like, who was in the Buzzer Spring pageant. And that's when I found out that was her daddy. Because everybody was talking about her birthday party that had Crisscross at it. What? Crisscross? Yes, the rap group Crisscross. And they came, performed at a party, all the homies and homegirls was talking about this. And I was like, when did this happen? Like, why was I out the loop? And Crisscross was my group. You know what I'm saying? And this happened. And I was like, man, so Buzz Spring rolls around. And I'm on stage trying to showcase my singing capabilities. And the song of choice was Yesterday by the Beatles, Boyz II Men. Okay, so I sung this song. And Joe Bullock, I don't know if he was either impressed or not impressed with my singing. But all I can remember, because I won. I won the competition. And I just remember him just saying, so you missed the yesterday, huh? all right. So that's what you sung. You gonna sing that song? All right. You sang yesterday. You gonna sing yesterday today, huh? In other words, I think you should say that. So that's my true story. I'm sticking to it. That's my shit, man. Hey, this show is always live. I'm always working on making this show better and better every day, man. Every Friday. This for y'all, strictly for y'all. Y'all know how I do, man. This is nothing but love. Please, normally I would have a song of the night. Tonight, and I do, but I don't. But I'm going to tell y'all this. Go and download, go to iTunes, Spotify, Disco, all that, man, go find my boy Justin Footman on every major platform out there. Go download it, go buy the album. It's an EP, 4 songs on there, go check it out. Got some hot tracks out there, Highway, Power, Love, Good Love, Look No Further, all written by me. And your boy Justin Footman is delivering the music as far as singing. Great producers, freaking neat. And man, listen, it's all good. We out here, got your boy Miles on them. Even though, we don't talk much, but it's all good, Miles. You out there, buddy, under my jurisdiction. So any other way, this is what we're doing. We're popping and we're making this thing happen. I'm so proud of my show. I'm so proud of my artist, Justin. So thankful for Mr. Joe Bullard coming on the show, giving me his time tonight. I know he had a lot going on earlier out today. Little miscommunications, but hey, my people always come through for me, man. And I'm so blessed and fortunate to have him come on my show and bless the show, man. So for all those who have tuned in, I hope y'all have enjoyed the night. I'm going to let y'all go early tonight because I'm getting that out early tonight myself. So listen, man, y'all enjoy yourselves. I love you, and it ain't too much you can do about it. 2 words, peace and love. That's pretty much love and peace, but it's more like 4. All right, but listen, 4 things though. 1, stay smart. It's a lot of dumbass people out there. Number 2, stay safe. There's a lot of dangerous ass people out there. Number 2, 3, stay clean. There's a lot of dirty ass people out there. And number 4, stay your ass home because it ain't too many people that want to see your ass anyway. I love you, and it ain't too much you can do about it.
Yeah, since the age of 5, swear been a star that's past eyes. I couldn't wait till the whole world recognized. But first I had to pay some dues, the journey I took. Y'all couldn't walk in my shoes. A young buck, wild and tough from Tallahassee. Straight from South City in my pursuit to be happy. Came up out the hood with my hair all nappy. Cut it all off, plus some name after my pappy. The streets tried to trap me, but I had to escape. For my destiny awaits for me to be great. And I knew it, so the square had to show improvement. When I do it, flow was stupid. Now you loving me like Cupid, and I know that you wasn't ready for this. I'm so on point with my targets, I'm sure I won't miss. It's the past, present, and the future. C-squared, the household name, something to get used to. I'm here, yeah.